All right, good. All right, so what else did you have to do? I think you did,
Why the bones and the joints and
right. So now, upon palpation for these things, right, we're gonna look, all right? The lesser tubercle is always more medial, okay? The greater tubercle is more lateral. And then you should be able to feel the tendon, the biceps tendon right here, okay? So there's your bicipital groove right in here. So here's her greater tubercle, here's her lesser tubercle, okay? And with, which you have pointed out, with the rotator cuff, basically the only tendon that goes into the lesser tubercle is the subscapularis. All the others go into the greater tubercle. And the first one and the most predominant one is the supraspinatus one, and that's why most people injure the supraspinatus muscle. Okay, you always have supraspinatus tendonitis or tears in the supraspinatus muscle, because that's really the first one that's coming into that tubercle. All right? And then after that, you have your infraspinatus and then your teres minor. Okay? Now, as I said before, the teres major mimics the latissimus dorsi. And the latissimus dorsi is coming from back here into that lesser, coming around and medially into that lesser tubercle area, or the medial portion of that bicipital groove. All right, so the teres major does the same thing, but it's coming from up on top. Right, okay, and the teres major, if we have give me the, where's the scale? Here it is, okay. Teres major comes off down here, teres minor comes up here, off here, okay? So it's more up that way, all right? So, and the teres minor, again, attaches up here, the teres major attaches in this way. Okay? And the way it attaches into that humerus tells you the movements that are going to occur. If it's attaching medially like this, you're going to have medial rotation. You're going to have adduction. Okay? And with the latissimus dorsi, you're going to, since it's coming from the posterior end, you're going to have slight extension. All right? The other one, coming from this way, you're going to have more lateral with the teres minor and with the infraspinatus. It's more lateral rotation, okay, that you're getting, okay? And you're also getting then some extension, all right? Okay, so obviously with muscle testing, if you know the actions and you test the muscle against resistance in its action, you should be able to palpate the actual muscle, all right? So she was showing you medial rotation basically like this, right? Okay, so if they're going like this, laying prone, and you press into it, then you should be able to palpate the muscle in back. If you're looking for the teres minor, which is lateral rotation, which is up, you can do it this way. It's either this way or that way, or down or up. Okay, so down is medial. This is also medial rotation. This is lateral rotation, and then this would be lateral rotation going up. Okay, so if they're laying down again, all right, if this is medial rotation, this would be lateral rotation. So it's again, you're going to laying prone, you're going to have them hanging their arm over, and you're going to have them press into that, against that rotation, all right? And you should be able to palpate the muscle, all right? What else? Same thing with well, I'm taking your lecture over, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let's see, no, we did the,
Latissimus dorsi.
The latissimus dorsi
Right,
and the
so
teres
maybe start with
major.
the pectoralis muscles.
The pectoralis muscles, okay, so for the pectoralis minor, I believe, what is it that I said?
Depresses the scapula
Depresses the scapula, so if she depresses, then you're gonna feel it right here,
underneath.
underneath. Sorry. Right there. And it goes all the way down to the, just be careful with the breast.
Well, how did
Underbody.
I tell them that they could palpate the breast, right? We asked the patient
Yeah,
to
just
take
to
this
hold
and
it.
hold it and move it aside for
Yeah,
you, okay?
but I'm not gonna
I know,
go.
we're-
Yeah.
I'm just-
And what else? The Pexmayer. Pexmayer. I forgot. Pexmayer is the
There's a large one, right
is the
here.
large one, and you can
So it adducts,
adducts
right?
and
It flexes,
it flexes.
and the lower one
So
helps
maybe
with
if she,
extension.
if I go against the
Actually, if she adducts
she
and you go
adducts.
against the adduction, you're gonna feel it in there, okay?
okay, go ahead.
No,
It's
what you're
like-
gonna do is, all right, people. We said before, remember the axilla, the axillary walls, right? The anterior axillary wall is the pectoralis major. The posterior axillary wall is that flap of skin here, which is the latissimus dorsi, okay?
Right.
The lateral wall is actually the coracobrachialis, or the arm muscle. And then the medial wall is then the rib cage and any muscles that are there, okay? So, if we were to go like this and she adducts her arm, adduct your arm, you could feel it, all right? And you're not going in the breast, you're going underneath the axilla, okay? Then the same thing with the latissimus dorsi, okay? Now with latissimus dorsi, it's medial rotation, so medially rotate. Well, she's better off doing that laying
Yeah,
prone.
laying,
Okay,
yeah.
laying prone. All right, okay, so what else? So that's that. Now, don't worry about subclavius.
This is clavius, yeah.
Don't worry about that one.
And I
Serratus
guess
anterior,
serratus anterior is on the side, right? Oh no, actually, you lift your arm and you're gonna go
right, and then,
press down and
Palpate.
relax. And you
yeah, palpate right in the
right
side
there,
here,
on the
right.
side there.
Now press up.
Press up
You feel
and
it?
relax, yep,
Okay,
again,
okay. All right, good.
and it's right there.
All right. And then, what other ones are we gonna do there? Turn her over?
Turn prone, yeah, we can do. So we can do what is it, the trapezius,
Mhm.
which is the nuchal lines, and the upper trapezius extends actually they extend the head. So if you extend the head, let's just bring it up, and you're gonna see the two muscles right here. This
We'll
is the end.
palpate them.
This is the end of actually the trapezius. It goes all the way from the EOP all the way down. So it's right here. It goes all the way to the
So
acromion.
now, yeah, okay, go ahead.
And if you do the medial, middle traps, then I believe you can retract the scapula, or you can just adduct and contract. And you can feel it right here.
Now, what other muscles are underneath there that you're also gonna feel at that time?
The rhomboids.
Right.
The
okay.
rhomboids. And again, if you retract, you're gonna feel the rhomboids coming down here all the way down.
Actually, the rhomboids, if you rotate the shoulder downward, you probably feel it too. Rotate that
Right.
scapula downwards.
Okay,
You'll feel the
just-
rhomboid separate
right.
from the trapezius.
Okay, depress right here.
Mhm.
Yep.
If she
And you-
rotates it down,
you
you say,
rotate-
put this down here like this. Then you're gonna feel all in here, the
All in here.
rhomboids, okay? All right,
And for the lower, it's the same, I guess, if you contract, you can just retract, and you're gonna feel them all the way down to the, to
Right.
T12,
well,
all the way.
she
You can
can retract
Retract. Right,
right in here,
right in here.
okay? But it's also depression.
And
so it's
depression.
Press down, press into my hand. Okay, and then you feel it. See, she's pressing into my hand, she's depressing, and you could feel it more than contracting in there. Okay, go ahead.
We did the trapezius.
You didn't do the
rhomboids.
rotator cuff? Do you want to do that?
Oh, the rotator cuff muscles, okay, the
Point them out to
subscapularis.
us and
Yeah, para,
point them out to us and then.
the supraspinatus is abduction. The action is the abduction of
Abduction.
abduction, and you're gonna feel it from the what is it? The supraspinous fossa
Right.
and the what is it? The graded tubercle of the
Greater tubercle of the humerus.
humerus.
Right.
But I don't know how to palpate those.
Well, you know what? You got her in abduction, so press again, let her press up against you,
Oh,
no.
just
Right,
right here.
she
Okay,
has to
press
ape it down.
against.
Whenever you're looking for a muscle, you put it
You
into
go
the
against
action,
it.
and then you put resistance against the action, and that'll, should pop it out.
Okay.
Now, do you feel it up there?
Come on. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right. So palpate it down and see where, if you could palpate where it actually inserts into the greater
Okay, go
tubercle.
ahead. Yep. Right here.
Okay, so feel where that is. All right,
All right, so
okay, so now the
then we
next two
have is
muscles
the
are what?
infraspinatus and the teres minor.
Right, and they have the same actions.
They have the same actions, but and they insert in the same greater
Right.
tubercle, but they have different origins.
Right, right. So put her into the action. What is the action for that?
What is it? Lateral rotation.
Right. So that, put the arm down, right?
And go
Remember?
down.
No, it's up as lateral rotation, you have going up, so you gotta,
You got. I have to do the opposite, right?
she's gotta go up like this, and you gotta go against it.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, against it, this way.
Okay. Mm.
You feel it right in here. Relax. See how that relaxes in there? Do it again. And you feel it contracting.
Okay, relax. Okay, I got
You
it.
see? Now, the teres minor should be down in this area, so do it again. And you feel it right in here, starting to contract and go under and in front, and,
Right here.
okay?
Okay, so, and the subscapularis.
Subscapularis, okay.
Is
And
the,
subscapularis does the opposite
the
of
opposite
that.
is medially,
All right, so that's
So-
medial.
medial rotation, so.
So she's going that way, you're going against it. So
So-
she's turning her arm down, you're going into it this way.
Okay.
Do you understand that concept? It's just a
Okay,
matter of
relax.
putting them into the range of motion that that particular muscle does in contraction, and you go against it, so it reinforces the contraction.
Okay.
Tension.
Yeah, more
Tension, it goes
tension, that's it.
against.
Okay, is that all the muscles that we did there for that? Other than
I think so,
subscapularis, that was the only
The
one?
subscapularis is the
Right,
only
that's
one.
fine. All right, so now, I want you to all, just for a half hour, because we've done a lot of these muscles already, so I want you to just palpate and try to see if you can find them on the different people, and put the bones up against the body, and that'll be it, okay? Now,